from the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 50, plant.
57. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Snap.
They'll run on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Second and 3. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kennedy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 280.
On first down, Dawkins. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, for Tokyo.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. Back man. 120. 56. Great 15. Great 15.
On play action, it's Wentz. And able to find Kirk complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Go. 280. Here we go. Check. Let's go. Great.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Right back to him on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd and 1, Wentz. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down. It's Brewer, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Browns first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, stand up!
Bang, 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 bang. Check 31.
Hey, exit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check. Watch twins. Watch twins. Big air.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that.
And he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Partner on my spot. Sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Let's go now. 10 low there.
Let him know.
Go, go.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Watch the slip.
Yo, go, go.
2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Sunday.
It's just me and you.
Smoke.
Wentz going to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
64.
Into the red zone. Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. For the Bengals, they widen their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
57's the mic. Watch 57. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Look at me. Zipper.
Shit.
Rock it. Hey, box drop. Now.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take it.
They'll run on 1st down. Dawkins, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Phillips. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Phillips. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go. 180. Right there. 40, 82, 40.
Wentz now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mike, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Down. 30 base. 80 weapon.
Check out reach.
Speed grip.
On 2nd down now, it's Brewer. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
Check 52's the mark.
Hey, Zoo. Go.
Hey, we gotta get the stop here, D. Mike 52.
Watch the run.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
5.
They'll set up a throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Brewer. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Right there, 56. Two jet.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll try the left side. Dawkins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Alert 3. Round. Kill. 53's mine. Check. 50. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. On first down, Dawkins.
The goal for any offense versus his...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Now.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Leo. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Wentz now Still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Wentz again.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready up.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Go out.
Get that quarterback. Check to
Snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 52's the Mike right here over there, right? 52's the Mike. We ain't giving him nothing to check. No, check that. Check that.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run the counter. Dawkins, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now Wentz on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Yep.
Give me some. Give me some.
Buzz. Hey.
57, Mike 57. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 57 to Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Squeeze. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz over the middle, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Go, go. 180.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll run on first down. Dawkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 56. You ain't going nowhere.
53.
To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, it's Wentz. And he fends him off. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 2-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hey!
Mike 57. Come on, D. 57's the mic. Rock 57. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Look at me. Go.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180.
Here we go.
Sunday.
Watch the pass. Check 90.
Sunday.
On first down, Dawkins. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wentz now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
They scared. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check, 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 check. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Watch 57. It's just me and you.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Dawkins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Browns.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
49, check 49, check 49. Quick the edge. Come.
Hey, orbit. Go.
57 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56, Mike, 56, right?
Hey, Charlie.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Wentz to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
57 to Mike. Hey, check. Spot.
Bam.
Yo.
Hey, high 7, 5.
2nd and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
60 or.
Tight ends on the loosey.
Rock it.
Wide, get wide.
Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just